What is going on? Let me just stop that music right there. What's going on, everyone? What is happening? What is going on? Um, do I have two screens running here? All right. Okay. There we go. There we are. Good show. No, we're gonna have a good show. First of all, man, greetings to you all. I absolutely missed you guys. I haven't been around for a while. Screen is just kind of funny. Let me go. Let's go over here. There we go. Patriot, what's going on, my bro? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this consolidation is insane. This consolidation is an opportunity. I think I'm starting to see why where we go in terms of projects and the quality of the projects and also our X returns. I think we're looking good. We're looking absolutely fine. Let's go over here. Let's kill that off. Guys, good to see you, man. Good to see you. So we'll talk about the consolidation. Kosa, what is going on? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Good to have you guys back. My man Patriot. Yes, there I am. Finally, man. I've been kind of, yeah, man, I've been smoking cigars away. But the funny thing was, I went to the Maldives, and it's one of these places where after 2 days you go absolutely crackers, man. You lose your mind. You go absolutely insane. So yeah, welcome back. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate that. Creo right now. I'll get to Creo, bro. Definitely one of the ones that I want to quickly talk about. What about Lit Labs? Azim, I mean, look, I've always said it's not really, I mean, you don't see it on that screen. Therefore, I don't hold a significant position on it. I saw yesterday as I landed that it had liquidity pull, and I'm not surprised. Look, some of these projects, guys, will go under, no doubt. That's why you've got to keep a very small amount, and you know you can actually see what the split here is in this particular portfolio. Both of my portfolios, I'm absolutely Casper heavy, and then I try to go and add quality, and some of these have been growing. I mean, AI Tech's been growing because of the dip. Lithium has always been big in the portfolio. The Pepe coin based AI, you know, Techum, Mint Layer, Corpo Games. You can see here 3% SMH. You've got a bit of orange there. I've been holding balanced AI. A new addition there, thanks to Patriot. And I did a lot of research on it. SMT has been performing fantastically well. So, yeah, added that. But listen, Lit Labs or any other tiny cap cryptocurrency, it is susceptible to that sort of thing. That's why you've got to make it a minimum. You got to take a kind of a moon back approach to these things. So yeah, definitely. Yo, Ghost Chain, what is going on, bro? Good to see you, man. My brother. Salute to you, bro. Jason in the house. What's going on, Jason? Hope you're doing well, bro. And I hope still no sound, guys. Do let me know. Ah, good now. All good. Very good. Yeah, everyone's saying I was muted for a minute there. Yeah, Acid, what's going on, brother? Miss your live. No, thank you, man. Yeah, MiCA. Yes. Well, I talked about this the other day. Look, MiCA is not a negative, from my understanding. It's not a negative approach at all. Because what MiCA is doing, guys, it's trying to standardize. So if you're a Web3 project in the EU right now, you've got to go into multiple different jurisdictions, and you've got to be able to get different licenses. And the more positive regulation we have, it just means crypto is going mainstream, right? So far from my research, MiCA is not a threat to us. I mean, we still have the situation with the SEC. I'm in no doubt that things will be pulled up in the near future, and we will have more, in my opinion, dips and black swan-led events by regulation. But right now, MiCA is not one of those. And how do you feel about Techum, ALF, AI Tech, and OTK? I hold all of those. And again, we were talking about Lit Labs. So when it comes to projects like, OTK, smaller projects are always more risky. You can see here I'm heavily loaded on the likes of G Swift, GFAL, Myria, and Corpo. In this particular portfolio, I'm very heavily into Corpo. But you can see the other projects you mentioned there: AI Tech, Alephium, and what's the other one? Yeah, and Techum. They all make a significant portion of this portfolio. And one of the key things that you got to think about is something that we've been doing in our group is looking at our projects against BTC and looking at some of the projects against the market trends in general. Anyway, so I'm bullish on all of those. So yeah, definitely great question, man. Thanks for that. Yeah, Jason, all good, brother. Hope the family's well, man. Sounds good. Finally, Omar, what's going on? Have you looked at ChainSwap? Yes, I have. And my initial suspicion was ChainSwap was kind of shilled to begin with. And at the beginning, I was kind of like a bit hesitant. Then I think about a month ago or maybe 2 months ago, I did a, is it C-Swap? I think it's, ChainSwap. There you go. So I did do an actual review, and it's not a bad project at all. The only thing is the chart looks pretty good. And I do hold a tiny position because I did a buy alert on this for the group. But yeah, I think, listen, ChainSwap is a decent project. Right now, am I heavily in it? I mean, tokenomics are not bad at all. But yeah, look, the chart's been holding up quite well, and they had a good token 2024 in 2049 in Dubai. So yeah, not bad at all. Yo, Loki, what is going on? What is happening? Good to see you. What's going on, Chris? You're definitely one of the best crypto YouTubers. Thank you so much, man. It means a lot. Look, we're a small community. We don't care about the size. I think what matters is more about that type of feedback, man. So I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much. And yeah, definitely positive when you get a comment like that, man. It makes you, those are the kind of things that inspire you. Can I check? Yeah, sure. BepPro and LSS. Yeah, sure. I've never heard of those. What's the ticker? B Pro. Oh, okay. Yeah, nah, this is crap. What is this? $6 million. Yeah, it looks. It just looks like. Yeah, welcome to the task-based work. Build us the opportunity to save your money. Don't. Yeah, this is rubbish. The website is. Yeah, the website is poor. I don't even actually like the use of the fonts. Very old chart, 2020. I mean, there's nothing here that makes me bullish. Nothing, absolutely nothing at all. Not the project, not the chart, not the volume. Save your money. I'm sure I can give you plenty of better projects, or the community can. I don't often call projects strong, because look, it's not fair to the communities that hold these projects that believe in it. But yeah, I mean, lossless again, lossless is something that I'm aware of. If you go back all the way to 2021, again, this is not one of these sexy cryptocurrencies by any stretch of the imagination. So save the money, restoring trust in Web3 security. Again, these are too niche. What you need, so in the bear market, okay, in the bear market, try to look for fundamentals. In a bull market, yes, you can still have fundamentals, but try to look at the viral element, look at the relevance, look how new it is, what the hype is. A new layer blockchain for transaction security protecting. I mean, no one's going to talk about this, right? No one's going to pump your bags. You're not going to be in any strong community that is a lossless fanatic. So yeah, skip those ones. But yeah, good question, bro. I hope I've saved you some money. If you're in it, as soon as it pumps, try to take profit and get out of it. I have $15,000 in cash, thinking of DCAing into Casper. Would you guys think? Look, $15,000 for Casper is pretty good. I suppose you want a relatively decent safe returns. I mean, you can pick from many great projects, which Casper is one of them. You have, let me just give you, where's it, 10K, 20K. I mean, you can take your pick here. So you got Casper, unless you want to go really heavy into Casper, and Alephium is another one. You could buy a little bit of mint layer if you wanted to. Depends how diverse you want to be, but there are plenty of decent projects, even from here, that you can actually go and split that into 3 ways, $5,000 each. So yeah, you could go Casper AI Tech, Alephium. You could go Casper Techum, Alephium. You could go all in on Casper if you want to save 20x return. So definitely there are multiple ways of multiple ways to invest that money. But yeah, I hope this gives you, that's why I'm actually, this is not a random chart. This is a collection of wallets that are reporting this data back. So this stuff I'm holding right now, if you want to look at that. Why'd you go insane after going to the Maldives? Because listen, you go insane, bro, because the Maldives, okay. So first of all, you go with your better half, right? And you're in a space like this, all right? Most of the layouts, most of the islands are something like this, okay? Now, where do you go? What do you do, right? You go to this side of the island, you swim. You go to that side of the island. Luckily, we had a very good internet connection, so we could, I could always sneak out and, just do a bit of crypto on the side. But the community were like, get lost, man, go and enjoy your break. But guys, look, it's great to go there for a few days. Don't overdo it like I did. Don't go more than 3 days. What's up, my humble brother Genuine? What's going on, bro? Yeah. Mixed in action. Absolutely, man. Good to see you, brother. Good to have you back. Hey DXP, I hope all is well. How do you feel about RWA, like Polytrade, SMT? Yeah, I mean, I'm super bullish on it. I do have trade in my other portfolio, brother. First of all, Peter, good to see you. And you can see here, SMT is now in the portfolio thanks to a salesman called Patriot Caveman, who is a great brother. He kind of reminded me to kind of look into it. I looked into it. I really like it. And the other one that I actually hold a tiny position on right now is Rio. And ultimately, Ondo is the main leader of that catalyst or that category. What I would say is SMT is becoming a good favorite of mine at the moment. So I bought a little bit of it today. I've added it to the portfolio. So if you have a look at this, so let's kind of rule out a few of these. So I've had this list for a very long time. And you can see here, there are tiny micro caps, but essentially for those of you who haven't actually looked into this project, let me show you the chart, because you get SMT is just had a pump. Of course, still very, very small market cap. You can see here, very small volume, but there's a lot going for this project. And in my opinion, I think, it's only a matter of time before it becomes a bigger project. But I do like this. I do like Trade, and I do like Rio. All three of those are in the DXB group's watch list of. So Trade as well. Look, Trade is actually hasn't gotten away from anybody. So Polytrade right now, $46 million, and had a nice little dip because everything else is dipped. But Polytrade is another solid one. I would always consider the leader in the category for something like this. For those of us that think Ondo's far too gone, I think, risk versus reward, if you wanted to put the bigger money onto something like Ondo for, of course, much lower returns, 15x, 10x, it can actually do even more than that. But Polytrade, solid, SMT, solid, and definitely Rio is also another solid one. So yeah, you could take your pick. You notice on many of these narratives, I also have ML, but that's another thing altogether. So yeah, definitely, if you wanted to, you could actually go put some big money there, and if you wanted to go and play in the midsection, you can go over there. Oh, Taylor, what is going on? Taylor said Ponke and Ping. Look, I'll be honest with you, brother. The meme coin situation right now is kind of like it's quite funny, because I haven't actually updated this for a while in terms of meme coins. But let's just go to Dex Tools and have a look at that for the brother. Look, I'm not too serious about certain meme coins. I think they are super risky, but you can play the Pepe game and look at something like a let's have a look. So let's have a look at Ponke. Ponke has listed recently on a big exchange, so there's probably people talking about that got in quite early. And Peng is another one that came out really strong. I do hold actually Peng. Ponke. Yeah, there you go. So look, it's done well. $78 million in market cap. Could this be? Everybody's looking for the next Bonk or Pepe. I think it's an absolutely tiring game to do that. If I really, really wanted to get some meme coins, I would look at something very low market cap and very high reward, because I think people have already made money in a project like this. I mean, it's a great meme. If you look at the website, it's pretty decent. This could it do more? Yes. Am I brave enough to make a call for this? Absolutely not. I think that's going to be, that's just, kind of risking people's money. But Peng, I also had Peng. I've got a small allocation into Peng. And look, a lot of all of a sudden, this is all over. This was at one point a nearly $70 million in market cap. So you can see the chart is kind of bottomed out. Yeah, this could run as well. So other things while we're on this crazy subject. So just notable ones that I kind of hold. This is Peasy, young Peasy on Base. I think Base and Blast is where most of my meme effort is going right now. Of course, I hold Book of Meme, something which is quite big, but this is one that I'm looking at as a small play. I've got a little bit of S-Kid. I mean, again, $3 million. It's not a lot happening here right now. Of course, one of my favorite ones is Boda. You guys know I hold Boda. And again, something like this will be for let Base build this mainstream what do you call they let the retail flood into base, top of the bull market, and then you've got some of these meme coins potentially doing absolutely crazy. And I think, look, there's stuff like 2car and a few other Trump meme coins. We've got a list, an entire dedicated list of memes on here, which I think I updated today with a few of them. So yeah, if you're in our group, just go to the Discord and you'll see plenty of shitty coins flying about here. What do we got here, guys? We've got Alex Jones, Karen, Croquet on Kronos, Slug Lord, and you've got this boys club. You've got tons of stuff the guys are talking about there. So yeah, I mean, let's not waste too much time on memes, but Andy on Blast is probably probably one of the bigger ones that I'm looking at as well on the Blast network. Yeah, my brother said he's consolidated yesterday to only CAS, AI Tech, AGI, Pendle, Alf, Dual, and I'm done for this cycle. Listen, guys, absolutely a crucial lesson there, and I think a lot of us need to look at our portfolio and really have a serious conversation with ourselves. And the reason I say that is that's what you want. And it's sort of what I'm doing over here as well. If you look at my kind of split right now in terms of concentrating, but what the brother's coming up with is some really, really good, strong projects. So, you've got Casper, AI Tech, you've got Pendle, Alf, and Dual. So you don't really see any meme coins there to distract his capital concentration, which is sometimes better than diversification. But if you can do something like that, or you follow somehow what I'm trying to guide you here, where you've got, and the way it looks is this. So let's look at this heat map. All right. So if you look at this heat map, you can actually see visually these allocations, right? So you've got Casper over here, significantly allocated to, then you've got a decent number of good projects, and of course the tiny degen stuff is all around here, right? So that's the way you got to approach it. That's the way you got to do your asset allocation. So congratulations, brother. I'm really happy that you're taking action. Cool. Was gonna buy if it goes back to 7, but wanted to get another opinion. Perfect, bro. Hope you've got that now. The Cyril collab should be a weekly stream. Yo, 100%, man. I just came back. Good brother. He reached out to me while I was away, and he did definitely tell me we need to link up and do more. Listen, man, Cyril is a real one. No BS. Says it as it is. Great brother. Got plenty of respect. Look, all the YouTubers that we have, to be honest with you, are, everybody offers a unique perspective. I don't like the shilling or I don't like the abuse of certain projects just because that particular community don't hold them. We're fighting against the matrix, right? So we don't really need to put each other down. We need to uplift each other, man. But yeah, Sep is he's a real one. So yeah, definitely, bro. Good shout, man. I'll do another one to we'll probably make it regularly. He's in Dubai anyway. We'll probably do a face-to-face one as well. That would be cool. Hit the subscribe, Mickey Mouse token. 100%. Greetings. What's going on, Cook? What are you cooking today, bro? Apparently, Archie's community got told to sell Lit Labs. Oh, probably that's why, man. Interesting, bro. What's going on, Chiller? Good perspective. Look, pumping and dumping these cryptocurrencies doesn't actually help the communities, right? Because you could potentially, look, there's also an argument, at the moment, it's also everybody against, remember Tupac's Me Against the World. That's how retail is right now. So if you're having situations like that, it's not nice at all. in my opinion. I think that's BS, man. Look, there's this argument, retail versus VCs. If any of you saw Crypto Banter the other day, he had a decent show where he had couple of VCs on the channel. But it was interesting because he was coming across as a man of the people, and obviously the VCs were giving it to him as it was. 99% of these VCs don't actually end up making good money, according to what they were saying. And more projects are now launching at the bigger market cap. So you've got all of that. So surely they're not as educated as retail in many cases, these venture capitalists. Because right now, with the amount of time and energy we put into this into this space, I think retail is well informed. So when you've got projects that could potentially do well, and then you've got this pump and dump, I hold this project, so they don't hold it, and I'm going to talk shit about the one that they hold. That's just not, that's not all that, man. I don't play that game. Yo, K Crypto, what is going on? Vacation was good, man. I'm rather relaxed, shaving my head, dropped the baseball cap, I've done swimming with alligators, man. So yeah, it was all good. Diamond in the building. What's going on, brother? Thoughts on so on base? I haven't actually looked at this spec. Did I hear about this? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at spec. It's probably on the, sorry, not disrespect, spec. Anything on base, you've probably got my attention. And it's probably a new project, is it? No, doesn't even Spectrum. Not launched yet, is it? Old project? No, this is kind of a old school. But yeah, I will take a look. Polygon's been kind of sleeping lately. AMBO on Polygon looks interesting. Take a deep look. Definitely. Let me know if it's on CoinGecko. And I'll check it out in more detail. AMBO. Yeah, let's keep that on to... is this the one? Yeah, Polygon. Yeah, chart is... Yeah, that chart is insane. I do... see, that's a chart right there, man. Pretty decent chart here. The rise of... We looked at... Actually, did we look at this last time? Sharetopia. This came... Ah, okay. Has this rebranded? I think it has. According to Creator Can Change. Have a look at the markets. MEXC. Yeah, cool. We'll take a deep look. I think this is Smith's coin. We'll definitely look at that in more details. Jams, Wagwan. Yo, big up DXP. Loving the Discord. Thank you so much, bro. There's more coming to the Discord, man. I've just recently moved to WAP to try and manage that whole thing. But LAI low cap, yeah, I've looked at this, and I've actually had a chart on that for the longest. But yeah, listen, it could do well. Certainly in an AI narrative. Not my biggest holding right now, to be honest, but I do like it. I do hold it. So definitely something that could do well. Especially, guys, look, the reason I'm always looking at the macro is we've got an important event coming up that will potentially be pumping AI once again, and that's called the NVIDIA earnings report. So the lead up to the NVIDIA earnings report is going to be pretty good, and no doubt a micro cap like Layer AI, which has been around for a while now, which has actually survived the bear market and has done really well, could have a pump. But when it pumps, next time some of these smaller coins pump, we're not going to hold them to the top of the bull market. We're definitely going to trade them. So just be prepared to sell if you get a decent pump, and I'll definitely do a kind of an alert to make sure that we get out. But guys, look, if in doubt, kind of zoom out, look at the macro data. So some tech stocks, not everything is red right now across the board. So yeah, definitely just always be on the lookout. There's also an important economic calendar for those of you who use who use TradingView. You would know, for example, there's a lot of talk about interest rates right now, and I think the UK basically said they're not going to raise the interest rate, and that means they are planning for a cut. So you might see the more and more of these news, basically, that eventually leads to the changes in the interest rate and stuff like that. But definitely, man, Nvidia earnings report for AI. Do you think we should at least in the narrative? What's going on, Happy? Do you think we should have at least 2 picks in a particular narrative, so that if one rug pulls? Very good question. Having ML and Techum for late. Look, first of all, not a bad strategy at all. I think your head is in the right space, in my opinion. And the reason why your head is in the right space is because of the simple fact that you've got, for example, look, you've got, let's have a look at these gaming projects, all right? Just to give you an example. So what is this? So this is Shrapnel, right? So Shrapnel has pulled back significantly. This is OTK. And your question is absolutely valid, because the ultimate thing about diversifying within the same niche is so that you can give yourself a kind of a safer play, or what, you should always go after capital preservation in a bull market. And then your second thought should be, how do I make that 100x? So it's then that leaves you to the potential of having rug pulls or projects dying off, because you know what you're signing up for. And if I go back to something Patriot said, is, he's got decent projects, and I always call that in the community ring fencing. So let's go, let me show you here. What do I mean by ring fencing? So if you go to if you had a bunch of assets like this, right? This is where you need to save yourself some time and effort and money in order of importance, in order of capital allocation. So if you follow something like that, you should be absolutely fine. But nevertheless, great question. So if you've picked Techum, so Techum still gives you fantastic return, and it's also a multi-narrative crypto. Mint layer is also the same, albeit a little bit more risky, right? So what you've got is something that is better, and that's still going to perform really well, but then you've got a micro cap that can do absolute rockets. So great question, and I think that's something that everybody in the community can benefit from, for sure. For shizzle, yeah, absolutely. Look, if you've got a 5K portfolio, you've got to look for a portion of that to do, 10x, 15x, 20x, and then the rest of it you can actually diversify a bit more. So good question. What is going on? Still in the pub after, man. Listen, bro. absolute legend, man. Yeah, man. Look, it's a good place to be on a Saturday night. I can tell you that much. Of the Hammers. Listen, if you can do us a favor on the last day of the season, West Ham, Mikel Antonio, that would be incredible. So yeah, no, good to have you, bro. I'm up for some. I was really depressed about Man City winning. Great to see you, Attila. Yes, Massa, we got into the pre-sale. And let me just pull it up for you. Sorry, not Massa. Yeah, good project. I do like this. And is this even the chart right now? It's obviously not the accurate. Let's go to crypto rank. The returns on the pre-sale and the IDOs, I mean, they weren't that astronomical. But it is absolutely not a bad project at all. I think there was a lot of, you can see here, it came out storming. Inflation is there. I mean, 10% of the supply is out at the moment. So 11 million, but the FDV is only 112 million. But yeah, we did actually get into this one at a decent price, if I remember correctly, on CoinList, right? So would it do well? Absolutely. I think, big money, when these kind of projects raise money, they always tend to attract the the VCs have to make their money back. So look, they've raised a decent amount as well. And there's an unlock coming in 3 days. So that's what you've got to be worried about with these things. So what's coming up is 13% of the market cap. That's going to be unlocked. And then, of course, you've got this whole linear thing where that 9%, 20%. So look, potentially, I would say I would flip this. Bro, it's going to make us all millionaires. I hope so, man. We don't even need to be millionaires, right? We just need to make sure we can 20x our portfolios as a baseline for our community. Whether you're a private member, whether you're watching us on YouTube right now, I think if you go for that baseline, you will do really, really well. So yeah, man, good to be back. Yo, Ben, what is going on? Good to see you, bro. I had your nice messages as well. So hopefully we can do a DXB community event. If you all become millionaires at the end of the bull market, then come over to Dubai. We'll do something together. Low amount of projects being built on mint layer concerns me. The only one I believe still being okay. Absolutely brilliant question, MiCA. Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. These projects on mint layer could do more. And one of the things I'm hoping to do is we haven't had a chance of a pump, right? We haven't actually had a chance of a pump since we went to that $1.95. So if you actually look at the chart in this particular way, it's absolutely not done the worst, right? A lot of projects have. I mean, this is the first time in the recent dip that ML is below 30 cents. But this will run, in my opinion. And I think there comes a point where, look, $18 million in market cap, 1.4 million in volume. So you still have ML being traded quite a lot. Absolutely. So what I would say is, if the team is doing what they can and they're making significant partnerships. So if you go to their X page anytime, so they've done a recent thing with Runes Terminal. There's atomic swaps happening here. What I would like to see is, look, another partnership announcements. This is in line with my expectation of a bull market. Believe me, the microphone, the announcements, the partnerships, the Twitter spaces. This is all great. I'm expecting more because they are in the middle of hiring a marketing director. Number one. Number two, from an infrastructure point of view, I think Mintlayer can possibly announce more projects. I just want to see how the atomic swaps and Runes Terminal, how is this all coming to Mintlayer? And I think in the next, if we get a green market and we're in a healthy situation with the green candles, I think all of that will turn around. But I do agree with you. The more projects we see, the better. But right now, I think it's just the fact that these guys are, hanging in there, doing a lot of kind of Twitter spaces and partnerships, which is just what you want. So definitely, I do share your concerns, though. Very good question. Johnny, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much. Yeah, good to be back to after taking profits. What is the best solution in terms of stable coins or reinvest in BTC, Solana, or ETH when there is a significant dip? So look, very good question. And I suppose you mean taking profit at the top of the alt season. So normally I go all into stables. Absolutely. I don't know that time. I'm not reallocating into Bitcoin. I'm not buying Solana. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm buying USDT, and that's it. Because look, what you've got to understand is we go through an extensive bear market. When you realize your profits, some people say, yeah, buy into BTC. No, if there's ever the next bear market, which there is going to be guaranteed, crypto is not always going to go up as we see right now. I'm going to hold a significant amount of USDT, USDC on cold storage, and I'm going to deploy that into Bitcoin and whatever that's going to be popping for that particular time. But you've got to be cold as ice, and you're definitely not willing to sacrifice. If you get the pun, and cold as ice, I mean USDT, USDC, bunch of money stacked up, and that's when you do your, in preparation for the bull market, you want to plan what you want to do. If your plan is to retire, or you've made enough money and you just want to live your life, that's fine. You've got to know what you're doing. If your plan is to leave work, then you've got to put things in place. You just don't want to take money in the bull market, quit work, and have nothing to do. You've got to have a business plan. You've got to work on that now simultaneously. So if you've got, let's say, for example, you've got a $10,000 portfolio, and that gives you a 30x return, and tomorrow you've got tax considerations, you've got profit-taking considerations. So there's a lot to go on, but I would say have a plan, and definitely don't stop that thinking, because a lot of people will say, look, just focus on the bull market. But trust me, you've got to have another plan in life, right? So yeah, whatever your target is, just make sure that you're writing stuff down. Use ChatGPT, and make sure that you've got enough going forward, and don't lose your money, right? Don't give away your money. Don't lose your money. Make sure that you remember the bear market. Nana said, cock in you, gang. What's going on? Cock in you. Wagwan. Van said, mint layer, OPSEC, Trump with hat, cheers, S-Kid, Peng, absolute degen, good projects. And I think there's obviously, you're going to go 100% high risk, which is rather concerning, but also you could pull off some good numbers in those. Hello in Belter, shout out to the Netherlands, and all my friends in Holland. Welcome my sister and the rest of my brothers in the chat too. TT gang, absolutely. Techum is going to be doing a lot of stuff for us. I think, look, let's have a look at Techum here. Techum. Emissions token. I even love the way the the token's written, man. Techum emissions token. Let's have a look at the inspect for Techum. We can see a nice pullback. Guys, if you're buying Techum, let me know. Definitely, this is a good time to pick up some more. It did go to $12 on the wick. So congratulations if you had a nice little order set up. And right now, could we get more exchanges? Hopefully in the future. And this thing is going to be, I think, tokenomics-wise, is one of the more bullish projects. Use case-wise, technology-wise, it's also one of the fastest cryptocurrencies out there. Soft node, it's got a lot going for it, and I think the market cap is tiny to what it can do. So yeah, definitely a decent project here. So yeah, nice one. The TT gang. Yeah, look, Jake, you're 100% right. I'm not too big in advocating for collecting these meme coins by the dozen. I think you can play meme coin in a narrative. And I've had a lot of success with Pepe. That's why I'm going to hold the book of meme. But the other smaller stuff like your Alex Joneses, your all of these things need to be flipped in the up and coming election. Yeah, Alex Jones was 100% correct, man. Man, I used to watch InfoWars back in the days. Because if you remember the early 2000s, during the Iraq War, and there's a lot of conspiracies out there after 9/11, all of that stuff. So yeah, Alex Jones was my guy back in the early internet days. What's happening? We're off to the moon. Check out and Mini. No Hat and Mini. Let me know what they are. These are meme coins, of course. We're in the casino. Yeah, these are nice little meme coins. So I'll add them to my list. No Hat. Which one is it? 84. Yeah, probably. Dog with no hat. Excellent. $6 million. Bam. Not bad. Let's have a look. No Twitter page. So what is this? Liquidity is decent. So whenever you see liquidity way below the market cap, probably legit. You can do the auditing and check all of that. 82 in the score. Has already done crazy numbers in the last 5 days. What's the other one? Mini. Guys, this is the part of the show which is not non-financial advice. Who's Mini? Let's have a look at Mini. All right. 19 mil. Yeah, we don't want to degen right now, but I'm sure I can use a sniper bot later on. Lee said, I know you're bullish on Cherbly. Why don't you talk about it? Not so bullish anymore. Absolutely not the case. I think there's a different level of bullishness, right? So if I was to tell you bullishness and conviction, so if I give you, let's have a look at this this list here. So I've got a lot of stuff that I've got 100% conviction on, and I've got a lot of stuff that I trade. And I think Chirply is one of those ones that I'm considering soon as it runs, which it will run, I will be taking profit. So it's not that I'm not bullish on it anymore at all, far from it. But the Richter scale of bullishness is different, right? So you've got convictions, and then you've got something that can run well. It's a micro cap. Look, for example, today, $24,000 in trading volume. So when these things retrace, they retrace hard, which is great. You buy a little bit more, but consider this as a moon bag. This shouldn't really make up what the aim of the portfolio is, which is going absolutely solid fundamentals, good projects, which we haven't actually had. We haven't had a layer one. We haven't had a gaming season. We've had AI, of course, but layer one and gaming, I think, will be absolutely huge. So yeah, that's the only consideration. But am I still bullish on it? Do I think this will absolutely have a crazy pump? Would it get listed maybe on a big exchange? All of those things are possible, right? So definitely, yeah. I hope you get what I'm trying to do in terms of the overall psychology. So yeah, definitely we read that. Guys, smash a like. Do you think a project like AI Tech, Techum, and Alf got licensed? Yeah, look, I think they have to. I need to, of course, I need to confirm that. But MiCA regulations will absolutely be crucial for those projects. And I think it's something they can obtain. I don't think it's going to be a serious threat to the operations of these projects. Because I'm not sure if you've looked at MiCA. So let me just give you MiCA regulation. Let's just talk about it because I think there's even a nice summary. So MiCA will regulate assets that are issued using DLT or similar technologies, such as assets that are not regulated so far by financial services framework. Now, there is actually a couple of good articles on MiCA, and I'm glad you're bringing this point up because a lot of us are in a European because we always talk about the SEC, but let's go into this, guys. So the EU is set to be the world's first major jurisdiction with a tailored, comprehensive crypto law. Bullish, right? Promising legal certainty, compliance, and challenges. So what MiCA does is, so the European Union is made up of many different countries. So the SEC can rule over the single jurisdiction in the US, but the EU, obviously, you've got gambling laws that apply to Italy. That would be different from Germany. You've got you've got different things. And again, you've got to think about certain cryptocurrencies that could potentially go into that. Of course, you've got gambling now as a strong narrative. You've got layer ones, DeFi projects. So what they're saying here is the arrival has been met with great fanfare. So France's minister, and you never want to trust these ministers, right? And these governments, because they always want to try and control ways to do this, to do these things. But the whole thing is about 150 pages. Now, when I did the summary, I only went through what was quite relevant to Web3 now. And I don't think this law is a threat at all. Doesn't shoehorn crypto into existing regulation boxes, but adapts existing rules to fit innovative instruments that could be used for payments, investments, and blah, blah, blah. Treatment of stable coins. So a sizable chunk of MiCA's is dedicated to stable coins. Again, they have to be regulated because obviously they are an extension of the fiat currency, right? Which is kind of tied to other assets. And overall, the part that I was actually looking into was yes, so incentives for European crypto industry. So if you look at this, far from being a threat, they're trying to encourage this space. You've got, in return, you've got licensed crypto providers get a passport to operate across the block of 450 million people, right? And Guy, again, I'm so happy that you brought this up because I was actually looking at this. I talked about MiCA in a video a couple of months back, but you've got people that are in the EU, millions and millions of people that, if they have the right regulation, will give our crypto projects even more platforms, in my opinion. So so that's it. So controversy. So originally they proposed in 2019 a type of initial coin offerings, ICOs, and these actually raised fears of manipulation. Do we still have manipulation in the space? Absolutely. Are we complaining about VCs pumping and dumping on retail? Absolutely. So this is why I'm not actually afraid of MiCA. But in summary, to your great question, advantages: legal certainty, rules tailored to fit crypto, credibility of wary customers. Again, we need people to buy our bags. One license to operate across the block. Again, that's something that I'm super bullish on right now. And of course, attract TradeFi. So if we're buying your poly trades or if we're buying cryptocurrencies that will have RWA, and again, RWA is another narrative that will be caught up in regulation. Make no mistake about it. That's why you've got to go with the decent projects. Like, for example, SMT has done a lot in that field when I did my research. So disadvantages are tough rules to meet. Okay, million euro fines for getting it wrong. Caps on USDT stable coins. So look, these would be, I think, look, there will be digital, in my opinion, there will be digital versions of other currencies, right? So you'll have euro and that type of thing. NFT, of course, is a great area. None of us here deal with NFTs, but of course, NFTs are a great area. Unclear how to oversee this enforcement. So, in effect, for me, by and large, it's very much a great thing. The only concern for me is how do they come down on projects, right? And that we've seen the SEC taking projects under for a bit, but then projects bouncing back. So, look, nothing to fear here, in my opinion. Collab will be fire. Loki, yeah, 100%. Fire. Let me go through all of these. Spec is an AI play. Oh, Spectral. Spectral, I think that's... Is that now on... yeah, Spectral, I had that. I actually bought that cryptocurrency. Spectral AI. Spectre, is it? No, not Spectre. Spectral. Okay. Spectral. Let's put... take off the Arabic. Yeah, I'll take I'll skip it on the live. I'll definitely take a deep dive for us for sure. DXP, what do you think about Diono protocol? I think it's decent. Look, I know one of my good friends in the in our Discord who holds this. You know, I've never really got into it at the beginning, but it is not it's not one of the worst at all. Does have a good psychological number in terms of the buy price, 100 million now, low volume, but again, don't discount this going back up in terms of a project being listed. The other thing as well, the circulating supply is not bad at all. So yeah, there's a lot that can happen for this one, but right now it just looks like, you know, market cap to the ratio of volume is pretty low. So yeah, I mean, not bad at all. But I would trade this rather than run this into the big market bull run deep or later on. Kumar, what's going on, bro? Long time. Very sad day for a lot of small cap altcoins like gaming. Myria down 65% from the top. Even getting a doubt whether these will 20x. It's just a Bitcoin season. No, so I respectfully disagree with you, brother. And I'm sure, listen, you know, you're a legend. I see you on my lives quite a lot. I don't think there's nothing to worry about. Look, crypto is a big in rotation. So just because something is pumping or you've got BTC pumping, if I show you this is the monthly chart, do you think Tau is a rubbish project? Absolutely not. Potential Tau is one of the projects of this cycle. It's 43% discount for the month. Infrastructure play like Beam, there are exceptional projects that have done well in this dip. You've got Render, Akash, Pepe. And these are outliers. We know these are super solid. And I think Ondo has a minimum loss. But you're talking about very small club of altcoins. And the other thing people forget is there are lots of backers of these cryptocurrencies. Look at Sui, you know. Sui came over to Dubai and secured millions and millions of dollars in funding. This was just like last month. And could this go to like 40, 50, 60 billion dollars in market cap? Absolutely. So the fact that you're thinking of the dip right now as the top of the cycle, I think that is completely different. You know, that's not the right way to think right now. You should be buying, just forgetting about it. If you bought certain projects last year, you would have been up 10, 20x, and then you probably would have rode some of those gains down if you haven't sold. But there's nothing to worry about. I've been in crypto when the market was so small, liquidity was rare, and everybody has a kind of fond memories of the old days. I can tell you something now. The old days were equally as tough. There was time when crypto was a complete scam. legal legal black hole. You had not a massive amount of venture capitalists there. You had no big money. You had no spot ETFs. Brother, the same thing is going to happen. They're going to take profit. Bitcoin dominance is going to drop. We're going to have an alt season. And believe me, when we have a gaming season, things are going to fly like you've never seen before. So even if I give you, do I have it here? You know, if I give you a list of certain gaming projects on TradingView. So look at Shrapnel right now, right? It's in that white box. Look at OTK. OTK is here at the bounced off the 786. Nothing happening there. Look at Games for a Living, right? 618. This is when you should be considering adding to your bags, in my opinion. Look at Miria right here, heading down. Beautiful. And if you really wanted a super project that's going to do incredibly well, keep your eyes on this bad boy here. The likes of Corpo, you've got Prime. I think Prime's going to do really, really well. So I hope that answers your question, man. Keep your head up, brother. Don't look at your portfolio for a while. Listen, that is, again, guys, AGI right now. Let's have a look at AGI. We were buying AGI, I think at 656. I can't remember how much, but we had a nice little entry into AI Tech and AGI Delicium. This one's a beast, man. $200 million. Nice little dip. Yeah, this is going to go into the multiple $billion, in my opinion. And it won't be too long before you read the likes of Binance or a big exchange listing here. It's just one of those things. And yeah, definitely I could see that happening. I could see that 3x flip going quite quickly. Yo, Ash, what's happening? I'm a bit jet lagged, so yeah, not on the best form tonight for sure. Kumat say we'll see a massive pump this time, like life cycle, 100%, bro. Yeah, 100%. Look, it's almost guaranteed that we're going to have a big, massive pump. Absolutely. Why wouldn't we? It's a slush fund, right? Crypto is a place where you come and make money on altcoins. None of us are going to get rich from Bitcoin unless we wait for the next 10 years. I can tell you that now. You buy your Satoshis now. People are saying, oh, you know, go and allocate large amounts into Bitcoin and Ethereum. There's so much bad advice there. The money's in alts. That's why I'm not in Bitcoin. I do have a little bit, but it's just enough to say to people that I've got Bitcoin, but it is absolutely negligible. So yeah, you've got to be patient, man. You need to be super patient. This game is not for the faint-hearted. And honestly, you know, there are multiple drivers of, you know, stuff that happens to people, right? Personally, we want to take profit. We want to sell this crypto. It's been a long bear market, you know, all of the factors, brother. But yeah, stay the course. And if we get, look, I'm not going to lie, if we get a favorable president for crypto and crypto regulation moves ahead, like in the EU in a positive manner, in all the metrics that I've checked, I think we'll have probably one of the biggest cycles. Of course, how the money rotates, you've got to be smarter than ever now, and not to hold shit projects. But yeah, definitely, man. Mint layer, the dip that keeps on dipping. Dan, look, you know, I hope Mint layer has better days, for sure. But when you say the dip that keeps dipping, I don't think that's a necessary, accurate reflection, in my opinion. I think it held quite well despite all the challenges that it had. So, you know, if you look at that right now, where are we? 20, 28, 29 cents. That's about normal. I don't think that's any different to any other project out there. OFN, what do I think of OFN? I think OFN is decent, but AI Tech is better. AI tech is probably going to do absolutely crazy numbers. Right now, this project is got the smaller market cap. The chart's not bad. A decent BNB AI project. Sorry, along with AI tech, I think this will do well. But if we compare, look, $28 million has room to the upside, has good community, lots of backing. But if I had to concentrate my money into one project of the similar quality, I think AI tech beats any of these kind of BNB AI projects. 100 million, fair enough. But look at the volume interest. And an interesting aspect here is I was doing some metrics with the community a while back. This is the watch list of AI tech. And it doesn't even have to be that regular, right? 6 million in watch list. That's insane. I've never seen that metric anywhere in any other cryptocurrency, right? So, yeah, these guys are going to go and build tons and tons of stuff, man. There's this whole AI tech ecosystem. So, yeah, OFN is the one you've asked me about, but I would say for similar gains, more attraction, more volume, I would park the money in AI tech. Shit ton of money to Japan. Oh, man. On the way. Absolutely. Well, listen, that's going to be incredibly bullish, man. Can you imagine that? What price can mint layer hit realistically? Man, do we do this scientifically? Do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do this, man? Let's have a look. Let's see if I can give you a different type of answer. Yeah, I do have exit markings on this. But look, I can say minimum 30x from here. So at the very worst case scenario, I can probably see, or a mid scenario, I can see maybe $10, $9, which is about 30, 29, 30x from here, perhaps more. And then, of course, if we have a decent, so can we hit $2 topping price? Oh, okay, David. Can mint layer hit $2? Yeah, of course it can. But I'm looking at more $9, $10 maybe in the bull market. Watching and listening to DXB, Trump cryptocurrency when elected, that's going to go nuts. Genuine. I honestly believe, I'll cover the election. I used to love watching US election from, from a child. I've always found that drama. I remember the Bush versus Al Gore run. So, yeah, definitely, man. If we get Trump, man, listen, that's going to go crazy. Trump is he's already talking about Bitcoin. Where do you see the bear case scenario, which is still with such a downfall on Trump, shrapnel, Miria? In terms of exits, I mean, look, no one's got a crystal ball, right? No one's actually got a crystal ball. And I think a lot of these X gains are rudimentary, to say the least. But from where we are today, I wouldn't actually see anything less than 20x for the prices. That's not an unreasonable requirement from this price, especially if you're DCAing now. Ben said, any news from Gunzilla? Gunzilla is going to hit us in August. That's what I think. And I think Blood Blue will be slightly before. But yeah, Q3 maybe. Any thoughts on Elias? First of all, Elias, welcome to the channel. Current situation changed a bit with your price target? I don't think so. I think if anything, I've done an exit portfolio with Alf at $95. And I also spoke to the caveman during that time, who's even more bullish than me now. I would say I'm still sticking to that minimum 30x. But definitely, I have a bullish scenario where this could actually go over $100 for sure. So super bullish on it, man. I think even the TVL, if we don't actually take advantage of DeFi Llama that much. Interestingly, the TVL is growing on ALF. Not huge, so it has a lot more upside to come. But look, a lot of this is locked in AIN. So if you look at the two protocols right here on Alephium, AIN right now has got a $12.3 million TVL. And that's nothing compared to some of these other chains. But what it shows you is that people are actually interacting with the protocol. So in terms of, for me, the other things I look at, for example, is the kind of development work that's going on in the protocol. And that's all bullish. So core developers over here. And you can see that the level of developers, core developers, has gone up recently. And, of course, right now they've got about 16, 14 devs. So it's come down a little bit, but that's also quite important to look at. And if we then add the volume, you can see all of this volume right now is increasing on Alephium. So there's so many ways you can actually, you can put a value on this project. I think there's way more upside than anything else. Another layer 2 that was launched, which is Mode. People probably looking at this as, TVL of $500 million. But what I would say is look at the protocols within the Mode ecosystem. Sometimes that's where you will find good upside projects. Everybody talks about Aerodrome Finance or Moonwell. Where is the next Moonwell? Where's the next Aerodrome? And you got to look at these layer 2s. But yeah, going back to your question, for me, I'm super bullish on it, and I can actually see maybe a moon case for 70x. Saba said, can you please talk about ZK? Yep, looks like a great project and heavily undervalued. I think ZK is a massive project. You got Coinbase Ventures, you've got Binance Labs. Who else is in that project? I think there is some inflation, and I think there's obviously a question on the tokenomic side of things. But look, this has got right now only 6% of the tokens are out, right? That's the only thing that wants to that stops me from putting big money in. But do I have exposure? I do have exposure, albeit a very small amount, because sometimes you don't want to miss a narrative. So you've got this entire thing that could get probably Coinbase, perhaps Binance is one of these VC projects and has a good use case. And I've got a section called Supercomputers on Discord. And I've got 3 or 4 projects in there that I think this, along with Dynex, along with the Quanix, the quantum computing one, and ZK, I think these are all 3 excellent projects. But right now, I think the tokenomics is a concern for polyhydra or polyhedra, however you pronounce it. Market cap is not bad because it's a massive project. So you've got, if you wanted to buy this, wait for 7 days. You've got 17% of the market cap as coming into the market. And then if you look at the, you've got the kind of linear, you've got these unlocks. For example, in September, they release to be unlocked 37% of the market cap, right? So you've got to kind of, to be unlocked. And then, of course, you've got to take that. But will this do well? Will it get big listing? Could the hype be negated by a lot of these activities? The team is fully doxed. So yeah, it's a decent project with good backing. But I haven't gone too heavy on it. I just wanted the exposure. Some influencer now talking about almost 60% of the bull run is done. Altcoins will not repeat the cycles like the past trends. And retailers and VCs will not. Yeah, that's all BS, man. That's absolutely BS. Look, if those influencers had the same crystal ball, they'll all be out of the market now. If it's 60% done at the top of the cycle, nobody with no retail here. Nah. Yeah, they're a bunch of bullshitters, man. Look, most of the guys who talk about projects and give people information about what's out there are good people to listen to, good influencers. People that just predict the market insistently, that they don't have a clue, man. Otherwise, they would have been VCs themselves. ETF money will pump Bitcoin and Ethereum, but for alts, only VCs and retail. Look, you've got to remember, you can't underestimate the power of money flow, right? The ETFs, Bitcoin was never something that, as far as I know, that retail alone pumped, right? So Bitcoin always had big money, Ethereum always had big money, but right now retail is not here by and large, and hopefully we will get retail storming back in. Luke Frost, what's going on, brother? Great stream. Thank you so much, man. Thoughts on AGC, AI tech versus... Yeah, I haven't actually done kind of a side-by-side comparison. But I do like AI tech for the simple fact that AI tech has multiple AI and deep-in narratives. You can actually see this chart straight away. So it's kind of hard to compare these, in my opinion. Right now, it's not even close. So yeah, it's a different kettle of fish. I think AI tech. What I like about AI tech for me is just the fact that the multi-narrative, the token burn, all of those things combining with a potential Binance listing, you're going to go absolutely, you're going to get the fireworks happening there. But let's have a look at AGC in more detail. Sometimes it's AGC, right? So let's go with maybe coin market cap. Let's go over here. I can see Armzilla in the building, man. Oh my goodness, my brother. Miss you, man. I haven't seen you for a few weeks. Yeah, let's have a look at this. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not a comparison, in my opinion. I think sometimes, look, we are always well diversified, so the market cap is not different by any stretch of the imagination. This has, decent tokenomics. It's actually on Polygon, which is not that bullish for me right now. Building the future of decentralized AI together. Yeah, it's put the money into AI tech. Yeah, don't even consider this. Fully doxed and everything. It could do well. Maybe you want to have exposure. But yeah, it's I know exactly what I'm looking at when I see AI tech. Guys, smash a like for Armzilla in the building. Absolute legend, bro. What about NTRN? Crypto Trend, I don't know what that is. NTRN, I've never had it. Never seen it before, brother. So it'd be a bit unfair to give you Neuron. Yeah, I mean, I don't even remember when I last looked at this. Big project. Osmosis. Yeah, I've never had a position on this, and I don't think I've ever talked about it, but it looks like it's one of these big projects. So yeah, let's have a look at the tokenomics. Yeah, decent tokenomics. Circulating supply, quarter of the total supply. Yeah, I mean, it's fully diluted. It's a big project, 3 million in volume. Could do well, definitely. Elliot, listen, Turbo is always on steroids, man. I initially got into Turbo last year, and I absolutely love this founder. He's a proper human being. Uh, he was a wonderful guy. When he created this, my man just broke down in tears. They had a massive coverage. Has done so well since then. I think it's done all of the gains, in my opinion. It could go even more, but yeah, it's been on a Turbo is a. It looks like it's kind of downtrend resistant. Yeah, I've looked at GFAL. GFAL is in, where is GFAL? It's right here. So free fall. Good time to pick up some GFAL right now. It's at that 618. So I'm still, I still like GFAL quite a lot. They had a lot of promises in May. Against their promises, the market downturn happened. So it's not really, it's not a good time to be bearish on games. I think this is when you buy the best gaming projects, in my opinion. Would you? Trias is okay. I think I can see Rio doing more. So Rio is probably my of the two. I'm bullish on Rio. What up, yo Jam? What's going on? What up, DXP? Thoughts on Arion Network area? I've never held area, in my honest opinion. This is something that few YouTubers used to talk about quite a lot. But I've never looked into this, brother. Arion, what's the ticket again? Area, right? Let's have a look at. Yeah, I mean, 12 million, 25 fully diluted. I think it might be. Is it a multi-cycle project? No, it came out last year. The most comprehensive layer one crypto has ever seen. Bold statement. Mainnet is live. Okay. Future thinkers, enterprises, and startups. Proof of area. Listen, if there's one thing I'm a sucker of, is proof of something other than just proof of stake. I go proof of space and time, proof of useful time. Obviously, now I'm seeing this proof of area. So listen, could this do well? Potentially, brother. It looks, I've never held it, but I think it's worth maybe a further research. We can definitely come back into this another time. Mint layer to the moon, new life. Absolutely. Mint layer will give us new life for sure. My name, what's going on, Broski? Nice to see you. I'm messing with Chrono's memes, like Crocaine as well. Nice. And few others. Look, John from my group has been absolute gentleman in terms of smashing some crazy winners on this. So yeah, definitely, brother. I like Chronos. It used to be my onboarding platform. I was actually doing a lot of Chronos DeFi last year with some of the stake in there. And then recently I started a bit of degen in there. Not too much though. Hey, good evening. What's your opinion on Okta? Look, I shared something with the Patreons a couple of weeks ago, and I think they remember the exact analysis I gave them, which was Okta is refusing to dip below $1. Right? So you can see I've always had Okta at slightly lower levels. Entry anytime if it pulls back to $1. So you can see here, these are nodes that I've shared with the crew. What do I think of Okta? I'm looking for a pullback for a more, basically just to get some more, in my opinion. It'd be nice if we get a little bit of a retrace, perhaps to that 150 level, and then I would buy some more. But solid project. I mean, this has not great tokenomics, fantastic team, fully doxed, not huge number of listings, in my opinion, but that's all bullish. I think this could absolutely run into a $50 to $100 token in the future. So I do like Octo quite a lot. And when we were sitting around this this area here, I said to the team, I said, guys, it doesn't want to go below $1. So anytime it pulls back to that $1, get some more. So I'm super bullish on it. Could this be a render? I mean, it has a VPN. It has, you know, it's a deepin project. It's just multifaceted layer one. All right. Min layer, most definitely. Yeah, absolutely, Luca. Yeah, Kuma, all those cryptos will absolutely pump, bro. Absolutely. You just have to be patient, bro. Did anyone catch the surge pump yesterday? That's a good question, brother. You know, I haven't actually. Serenity Shield was not something that I got into. Despite your wonderful recommendations, but yesterday it did have this. I'm sure you meant this crazy little boom, 100% move up, and yeah, still very relative. Like, you know, it came all the way down. I think these lows were quite significant. So anybody who caught that, great. The gains most cryptos will be really unbelievable. Haven't seen a real alt season yet. Just wait, man. Absolutely, bro. 100%. SMH, CAS, AI Tech, OTK, Neon, Orange. These are all long-term holds. CAS, long-term hold. SMH, you got to keep smashing it. I would assume SMH will be either a boomer or bust project, in my opinion. So I wouldn't sell it right now. I mean, Mint Layer is also another one that I would see to the true alt season that the caveman's talking about. Neon, I would sell before July. It has a huge unlock coming up, right? You don't want to be holding a bag when this happens. Let's have a look at Neon for the brother, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The native Solana. I mean, look, Neon has good tech. I think the unlocks are just kind of huge. So you notice this unlock is 66 days away. And there's a reason why, because that is pretty significant, right? So yeah, that's the only downside to this one. But yeah, otherwise good selection. Happy, my brother. Congrats. Hell yeah. Yeah, you hold it too, bro. I mean, you did warn me quite a bit. Prop C, I actually traded Prop C. I do like it though. It's in my RWA watch list. It is in the RWA DXP crypto watch list. Guys, smash a like if you're in the building. And let me know if you are holding Prop C. So there you go. So this is now what, $49 million in market cap. I'm holding a small amount. You can see that obviously it's come back quite a bit. My thinking with the RWA specific projects is that I'd like to go for something that is RWA generic, you know, rather than, you know, that's why I think at the moment I'm in the middle of thinking, you know, for example, Swarm Markets is really good, right? I do have a little bit of Rio, but yeah, this definitely will do well in that narrative for sure. They just need to get regulated. Yeah, I've had a look at a fin in the past. I believe this is the gaming project, if I'm not mistaken. $10 million, 400,000 in volume. This is a gaming project. Nothing is happening in gaming, but it's on Polygon. No, this is not that. This is the, what is this? Oh, I thought this was a gaming crypto. Oh yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm going mental. So look, you know, it's got, it's, check the chart, right? I would rather get some corporal games, you know, just being honest with you. These kind of, could it pump? Yes, it can. But yeah, at the same time, yo, Gregory, I smashed the like, cracked my screen. The Haitian family. Shout out to Port-au-Prince Arsenal fans, and it's Arsenal. Yes, listen, Man City won today, so I'm rather depressed. I think the Hammers won as well. By far the most bullish AI project, best long term, is GLQ. GLQ. GraphLink. Yes, I've heard of this before. GLQ. I love the fact that you've got conviction, right? That's that's a lot. A blockchain ecosystem built for on-chain automation and dApps powered by AI. Current price of, wow, okay. Came out on Uniswap. Was this fair launched? In the sense that, was this kind of interesting, decent? I will take a second dive into that. What up, Raul? Hey, DXB. TEDx's. I had a, let me check that for you. I have a portfolio exit strategy for Techum. I'm actually looking at upper end of 40x and lower end minimum 25x. If I was to be, let me just give you an X. You can actually ask me some of the X's on this portfolio, and I'll give you what I've actually got written here as my own exit price. Let's look at this. Let's look at my exit portfolio. Techum. Right. Moon case for Techum would be an $850, which is about 59x from here, or 58x. That's a moon case, guys. Don't shoot me. And I've got a bear case, or sorry, not even a bear. I've got a 25x if we did kind of okay, which is not bad at all. For 9%, what is it? For 7%, 6.5% of my portfolio to do 25x, I'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday. Manta Network is absolutely decent. I've been buying it. I bought some more today, and that's all I can tell you, brother or sister. Oh, it's my brother, Kumar. 100%. DXP back in the saddle. Yes, for these supernova marathon lives. And the reason why they go so long is I've got to get to the bottom, right? Read all of these respectfully for everybody. But yeah, good to have you. A new project will launch in World AI. Yeah, I'll take a note of that. We'll take a look at that. Let me bring the scrapbook. What is it called? In World AI. In World AI. Thank you for that. Utility they're using for graphic, used in gaming. Okay, can do well. Lots of backers. Meta, LG. Great stuff, man. Legend. What's going on, Joey? Long time, brother. G Swift to the moon. Yo, you can see we've got it right there. I have to rewatch the live. Some duty calls. No worries, Simbelta. See you soon, my sister. Thanks for coming. I'm getting to the bottom of the messages anyway, so yeah, I'll do Root next time, brother. Root Network. I'll take down your cryptos and I'll do it. Greg said, bullish on Parcel, backed by Coinbase, RWA. I think Parcel could do well in the real estate speculation. I thought it was a bit too niche, in my opinion, Greg. But yeah, definitely one of the better ones in the RWA narrative. Cubic or SMH. Sammy, I have both. I actually bought Cubic before the gate listing. Both of them are very complex. Let's just put it that way. So I'm not banking on retail money unless they get better exchanges and, of course, better, easier way, integrate with more wallets. So definitely, yeah. I like both of those. Again, thoughts on Creo. Thank you so much. I should have started with your project, but I do apologize. I do like Creo. I hold Creo. Creo under 10 cent is good. $23 million in market cap. Massive presence in the East. I've talked about Creo in the past, both with the Patreons and privately. And I think Creo will do well. Creo will do well because Creo has, I believe, what I call the Eastern link into the BNB chain. Always doing stuff in the behind the scenes. So I can't say more about this. I'm super bullish on this. Right? Will this do? I mean, you know, is this the most bullish crypto in my gaming portfolio? Probably not, but I'm relatively very, very bullish on this. Oh, Steve in the building. What's going on, Steve? Good to see you. PCP, Lit Lab, they're all in the what we call the conference league of cryptocurrencies. Super risky, can do well, can have a pump, but is it in my biggest of convictions? Look, $8 million, you know, gaming season, you may get some pump. Do I hold a little bag? Yes, I do. But get Corpo, get GFAL, possibly get Creo. You know, any of these will give you kind of the, you know, security that I think these type of smaller projects have, the risk factor into it. But yeah, high risk, high reward. BlackRock's about to flip. Wow. In the amount of people, but everyone remember BlackRock is evil. No way. We need the evil. And we got to the bottom of it. Guys, look, I'm a bit jet lagged. I'm sorry tonight it's not the sparkling DXB. You know, Arsenal, Man United is probably on my mind as well. Let's have a look. Is there more? No, I think we've done all of the comments. Yeah, I think we funded by Polychain and Coinbase. Yeah, I've initially saw this in their portfolios. So yeah, definitely on both of those. What do you think about Alpha ecosystem being called a ghost chain? Look, the metric will suggest, as you know, guys, Alpha is one of my biggest holdings. I probably make, along with Cipro, probably most content out there on Alephium. Is it a ghost chain? In comparison to, you know, other cryptocurrency chains, yes, it is, because the metrics suggest that. But look, if you look towards this side, you can see the network effect growing, right? So it's a bit unfair to call it a ghost chain. Alephium right now has TVL of 12 million locked. Bridge TVL is about 26 million. And there are only two DeFi protocols right now, AIN and Phoenix Ergo. But you can see here the volume is up. The development is relatively up. Market cap pulled back. But there are more metrics to consider, in my opinion, when you say a ghost chain. A ghost chain would be something with no activity at all. So this is a young chain that is going to have more upside, in my opinion, in terms of development. What is your most bullish gaming crypto? So Raul, great question. I would say, look, you know, I have several narratives. Not all gaming projects are made equal, right? So you've got infrastructure plays, you've got play to earn. But if I had to say what my biggest holding right now is in gaming, I would probably say for my private portfolio is probably games for a living. Myria. I've got Corpo World heavily. G Swift as well. And then, of course, recently I've been buying. I wanted to diversify. I wanted to be a bit more safe at the very top. and I've got a bit exposure to Echelon Prime at these prices, for me, I think is it's a no-brainer, and it's on base too. So yeah, I think I would say Corpo, GFAL, Miria, and then I've got Echelon Prime as the big one in there. Yo, Prince, what is going on, brother? You're looking cool with the glasses, the shades. Good to have you back. My man Sammy said, do you think the best time to get into Cubic, to get Cubic, SMH, and CAS, or consolidate into one project? Great question, Sammy. So look, as somebody who's diversified, I do like the diversification aspect of it. But it really depends on how much you're playing with, right? So if you really want to have exposure to all of those, I would probably go with CAS and Cubic, and SMH is more of a, for me, it's more of a kind of like, look, the allocations say it all, you know, it makes up 3% of my portfolio, right? Whereas CAS makes up 28%. So yeah, I'll do something similar to that. Peter, welcome, brother. Yes, I have done an extreme deep dive into Blender for our private community. And I think did one YouTube video about Blender. And what do I think of it? I think Blender is now in a place where, you know, performance-wise, it's been doing really well, right? Performance-wise, it's been holding up. It's not been dumping. It went to 56 cents, and then it came right back up. So it's shown strength. There was this thing that me and Patriot did about the team, especially since I'm in Dubai. I've reached out to them a couple of times, but that's nothing. I mean, you know, they are now coming out as more of a legit team. So yeah, do I hold it? Yep. I did a chart analysis as well today, and I think we could get a little bit lower, but that was the time to catch Blender right here. You know, they're going to move to base, and I think once they move to base, this could be with Octa. I mean, Octa is not moving to base, of course, but this could be the render of the cycle. Dare I say it? Happy said OTK is gaming plus Solana ecosystem, both hot narratives in this bull cycle. 100%. Yep, I do have OTK. It's not the largest holding, but yeah, I do have exposure. Labs Group, Magic Power said Labs Group, DGM Play, RWA. Nice one, Labs Group. I'll check that as a DGM Play. Thank you for that. Best RWA and deep in play, in my opinion. A great question. I mean, best is kind of Sammy. I mean, if I would say what's the best RWA play right now globally, I would say Ondo, but Ondo is too big. So I think if we're looking at something smaller, I would look at the likes of SMT. So yeah, 100%. Check that out. So the RWA, and then for Deepin is more about, I think, some of the stuff that's been showing strength, in my opinion, are Octaspace right now as a solid fundamental layer one cryptocurrency, which is just not giving a damn about the current pullback. Young man, what's going on? Hey, DXP, do you think it's too late to start investing in terms of making life-changing money? Absolutely not. No way. Listen, brother, I can give you projects that will give you life-changing gains, right? All you've got to do is, this list is not beyond anybody's imagination right now. You could make decent money from that list. When you say life-changing gains, we don't need to catch projects at $400,000. For me, 30x return on my money through Alephium is life-changing money. 20x from Casper can be life-changing money. So it's all kind of, take a look at that, and yeah, pick what you want from that, but do some research on it. Hello Labs, better to sell and put the money into other projects. Magic, I wouldn't sell Hello now. In fact, the team saw me buying some Hello last week. I wouldn't sell it right now. If you're holding hello, just sit tight on it. There's absolutely no point in getting rid of it right now. Where are we? Yeah, look at that. I mean, you're buying hello back in 2023 right now. So congratulations. Just hold it and let the killer whales take space. What is going on, Crypto Phil? My brother, welcome to the live stream. I'm doing a marathon, man. Landshare is the best RWA. And Lee, you could be absolutely right. I haven't had Landshare, but yeah, you can't get everything. But it could be a decent project. We've got a few more to get through. Then I'm gonna go and have some coffee. How many projects would you suggest to hold in a 7 to 10K portfolio? Fairly straightforward, brother. I would say, let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I wouldn't do more than 5 for 7 to. Maybe if you can bring a little bit more into it, because it's a beautiful range that you've got there. 7 to 5K is enough. 5K into 5 projects can happen, or you want to allocate slightly more into one, and then try to get maybe push it up to 10K. Yeah, I would say 7K, 5 projects, with majority of the allocation into your premier project, and I think you're good to go. 20% ALF, 70% CAS, 8% OTK, MiCA. Yeah, solid list, man. 20% now in TED. How many X's? Well, look, base case scenario, you've got a portfolio very similar to that, right? So if you can 25X, perhaps you can do more. Look, I'm very conservative on the baseline. And I think, look, 25X is not, or 30X is not unreasonable. But just to go on a baseline, I would say 20 to 25X would be something I would put my calculations into. Deep South AI on MEXC, still strong and market cap below 18 million. Yeah, I did review this Magic. Definitely, it's a DGen play. At the time, I didn't like their website at all. But yeah, I mean, if it's still holding up, it's probably not too bad. Glad to be here, Crypto Phil. Thank you so much. Just late for me to finish tomorrow. No worries at all. I'm actually just going through the last, because I hate leaving people's messages unread. Sammy said, what's your best app for crypto taxes? I've got a few. I'll just give you. So you can actually use, for me, Coinly is the best. So you got multiple jurisdictions. You've got many different assets. You've got so many things over here. Whether you're in Germany, the UK, whether you're in Canada, the US. Yeah, I would say, especially with all these jurisdictions here, this is your best bet. You got the IRS there, man. So yeah, this is where the governments collect their money, man. Young man, no worries, brother. I'm starting zero again due to some financial things outside of crypto. But man, congratulations. Absolute congratulations, bro. Listen, money comes and goes. As they say, form is temporary, class is permanent. And yeah, congratulations. And I think you're going to do absolutely well this cycle. You just have to block out the noise. There are a lot of absolute bullshitters in this space, that can make you feel shit. They can make you feel like you're too late for the cycle. You can't make money, all of that nonsense. But yeah, no, congratulations, man. Happy that you're doing that. Yeah, peace too, brother. I'm going to call it a night. So many good opportunities out there. 100%, bro. If you're open to an AMA for the community, yeah, listen, Phil, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Let's do that, man. My email is in the channel description. Reach out, let's do something. Because I love that. I always love to collaborate. Yeah, Peter. No, thank you, brother. Much appreciated. Like I said today, man, I'm a bit depressed because Man City looks like Man City are going to win the English Premier League again. But hey ho, here we go. Sammy, how about Aether to get in early? If you're in the US, you got in early. Oh, okay. So wait for the TGE because Aether was something that we tried to get in early. The way they did it with the seamless finance or whoever they did it with, I can't remember. Simplified finance. That was shit. I think the node sales were also a bit kind of iffy. But yeah, wait for the TGE. I think we'll get good discounts. Magic Power, thank you, brother. Thank you so much, Crypto Phil. Yeah, definitely, bro. Reach out. Let's do something. And guys, you know what? It's been absolutely amazing. Happy. Thank you so much, bro. Diamond community, you got. Thank you so much. Look, there's legends there. I was away for the week, and those guys were absolutely legends. I'm thinking about, for some of the guys who help out there, I'll just dish out some Discord and Patreon memberships for free. Purely because you guys are unbelievable. But it's been amazing, not bad for the first one, guys, and definitely God bless you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Speak to you soon. Take care.